today's class, we will be dealing about the first pass metabolism. So in order to know briefly about first pass metabolism, first of all we should be thorough with the blood supply to the liver. And the blood supply, the liver circulation, everything has been detailedly explained in the previous video. So in order to understand this video very clearly, please do have a look of blood circulation to the liver in the previous video. So now we will start with the first pass metabolism. Before talking about the first pass metabolism, let us get ourselves clear with certain things. First one, what is metabolism? How will we define metabolism? We can define metabolism in a single term, that is biotransformation. So metabolism is the biotransformation of a drug so that it can be easily eliminated or excreted out of the body. That is what we will define metabolism is. So actually what occurs, we will take a drug, it will enter into the systemic circulation. From the systemic circulation, the drug reaches the liver where it undergoes metabolism or biotransformation and gets itself converted into water soluble form. Then it will be eliminated through the kidney. The next term will be bioavailability, and it's a very common term, right? Bioavailability is the fraction of the drug that we administer and then the amount of drug that enters into the systemic circulation. Like if I'm taking 100 mg of tablet and only 80 mg of the drug enters into my blood, then that 80 mg is the bioavailability. So the fraction of drug that enters into the systemic circulation is defined as bioavailability. So the third term, that is the first pass metabolism. So this definition you should know very clearly. The metabolism of a drug that occurs before the drug enters the systemic circulation is called first pass metabolism. See, in normal metabolism, we will take the drug, it will enter the systemic circulation, then come to the liver and get metabolized. But in case of first pass metabolism, we will take the drug, before getting into the systemic circulation, it will enter into the liver where it will get metabolized. So that is first pass metabolism. So now we will see what are the outcomes of the metabolism that is happening inside the liver, right? Liver is a major organ that carries out metabolism. The first outcome being it converts the active drug molecule into inactive drug molecule. That occurs in most of the cases. In a vast majority of the drug, the active drug will be converted into inactive drug as a result of metabolism. The second procedure is what the liver is always known for the conversion of a toxic substance to an non-toxic substance, right? Conversion of a toxic substance to non-toxic substance. These two are the main functions of the liver. Sometimes these functions can reverse. That is, an inactive substance can be converted into active substance in the liver as a result of metabolism, or a non-toxic substance will be converted to toxic substance due to metabolism. First, we will talk about the conversion of an inactive to active. See, whenever we give a drug that is actually inactive and then it has to undergo metabolism to become active, such drugs we will call as a prodrug. The drug will be initially inactive, it will undergo the process of metabolism to become active, then it will provide the pharmacological action. So one of the best examples for such a drug is codeine. Codeine, we know codeine is an analgesic, but codeine is an inactive analgesic. It do not produce any pharmacological action. So whenever we take codeine, with the help of an enzyme that is CYP2D6, with the help of this enzyme, only 10% of the codeine is metabolized to morphine, which is biologically active, which will produce the analgesic effect. So after this, we will move to the conversion of non-toxic to toxic substance. See, actually this is very rare, okay? It is very rare, this conversion. But one of the most commonly used drug, acetaminophen, after its pharmacological action, undergoes the process of metabolism and it is converted into its metabolites. 95% of the times, the drug is converted into a non-toxic metabolite, But under certain circumstances, just 5% of the acetaminophen can be converted into its toxic metabolite. It's under certain circumstances. We will discuss about those circumstances in the future classes. And the last step in the liver, or the last function of the liver, is the conversion of lipid soluble substances or the lipid soluble drugs to water soluble, so that the drug can be eliminated through the kidney, because the kidney can eliminate only water soluble drugs. So this liver will convert the lipid soluble agents to water soluble agents. So now we know what the main three terminologies are and what are the main outcomes of the liver metabolism. We will now see what first pass metabolism is. So before seeing the first pass metabolism, we will have a quick recap of the blood supply to the liver. If you want to know detail of the blood supply to the liver, that will be very good for you. Please do have a look of the previous video. So this is our liver, okay. The heart pumps out oxygenated blood through aorta, and this is the abdominal aorta that carries blood to the abdomen. Through the abdominal aorta, different parts of the body receives oxygenated blood. Through its way, the abdominal aorta first branches into a celiac trunk, and this celiac trunk provides blood supply to the pancreas, to the spleen, to the stomach, and also the small intestine and the large intestine. So the celiac trunk provides blood to the pancreas, the spleen, the stomach, the small large intestine means the bunch of intestines. And this celiac trunk also branches into a common hepatic artery that will provide the blood supply to the liver. It will provide the blood supply to the liver. This is how the liver gets its oxygenated blood, and this kind of circulation provides only 25% of the blood to the liver. That means the remaining 75% is through this route, that is the portal system. See, from the stomach arises a vein that is known as the gastric vein. From the intestine arises two veins, that is superior mesenteric vein and the inferior mesenteric vein. From the spleen arises the splenic vein, and from the pancreas arises the pancreatic vein. All these veins carries the blood and forms a portal system that will provide the remaining 75% of the blood supply to the liver. So this is actually how blood supply occurs. Now we will see what first pass metabolism is. See, we know these are the outcomes of the liver function. We will right now just focus on one. We will just keep it in mind one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outcomes. We will just focus on this one, that is the active to inactive. That is the reason of first pass metabolism. So just keep it in mind. Liver will convert active drug to inactive drug in case of most drugs. Okay, now we will begin. Assume that you are consuming a pill or a tablet through oral route. Okay, you are consuming drug. The drug will first reach the stomach, and a little amount of the drug will be absorbed in the stomach. Why only a little amount? The reason is the stomach has a very short transit time. That is, the drug or the food materials, whatever we take, will stay in the stomach for a very short period. Then the drug will move from the stomach to the intestine, where the majority of the drug will get absorbed. Now, why this happens only in case of intestine is, in the intestine there is a larger transit time compared to that of stomach. That is, the drug or the nutrients will stay in the intestine for a much longer period, providing more time for absorption. So majority of the drug will be absorbed in the intestine into the superior mesenteric vein and the inferior mesenteric vein. And all the drug that is absorbed from the stomach or the intestine will enter into the portal circulation and thereby reaches the liver. Right? Now, the drug has reached the liver. See, the point is the drug reached the liver before the drug enters the systemic circulation. Before the drug entered the systemic circulation, the drug entered the portal circulation. Now, since the drug has reached into the liver, what will the drug do? Obviously, convert active drug to inactive form, right? So the drug will convert the active drug, that is shown in a green color, to the inactive form, that is red. Means all the drug will not be converted into inactive form, but a majority fraction of the drug will be converted into inactive form. And only a few fraction of the drug will be given out by the liver into the inferior vena cava, and this small fraction of the drug will reach into the heart and then to the systemic circulation. So what happened? We gave a high dose of the drug, it entered the portal circulation before systemic circulation, got metabolized here, only a small fraction of the drug through the inferior vena cava and the heart reached the systemic circulation, and that's why we say that the bioavailability is affected due to first pass metabolism. We define bioavailability as the amount of drug entering into the systemic circulation. See, only a small fraction of active drug has entered into the systemic circulation. So I think that now we really know what first pass metabolism is and how the first pass metabolism will affect the bioavailability of the drug. So this is the reason why many of the drugs we cannot give through oral route. We have to go for any other route that can bypass the first pass metabolism or avoid first pass metabolism. What are the routes? The first one being sublingual. We can give the drug sublingually. We can give the drug parenterally. That is IV route, IM route, and blah blah blah. So these are the primary route which can bypass the first pass metabolism. See what happens? Even we give the drug sublingually, parenterally, IV, IM, the drug directly enters into the bloodstream. Then it will not first enter into the portal system. It will first enter into the bloodstream, reaches the heart. From the heart, the drug will be provided to the systemic circulation, where the systemic circulation will carry the blood to other parts of the body, including this organ. And after that, the drug reaches the liver, get metabolized, and it gets eliminated from the body. So in such cases, the bioavailability of the blood of the drug is not altered. So that's why we have come across many drugs that have proven to be very pharmacologically effective, but the problem with the development of those drugs is that they will undergo extensive first pass metabolism, reducing the bioavailability of the drug. So that's all that we have to study in this class. Now we are completely clear with the blood supply to the liver, the circulation, whether the hepatic or portal circulation, and also why does first pass metabolism occur and how can we cross or how can we bypass the first pass metabolism. That's all about in this video. Stay tuned with the Pharma Guru for further videos. Till then, stay safe, take care, and goodbye.